And yes, it is. That is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out intro theme music. Shout out to Nintendo. And what's going on, my fellow boxing fans? This is the Boxing Scholar. I am Marz, and here is my prediction for the WBO Welterweight Championship of the World between challenger Terence "Bud" Crawford and champion Jeff Horn. Terence Crawford is going to win because he is Terence Crawford and Jeff Horn is Jeff Horn. All right, my fellow boxing fans, until next time, goodbye and adios.
She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man. Yeah, but I was counting out like last week.
All right. Okay. You all know my prediction now, but allow me to give you a quick preview of this fight. Terence "Bud" Crawford will be entering the ring with a very impressive record of 32 wins, no losses, and 23 of those 32 wins come by knockout or stoppage. Now, that is a pound-for-pound record, and a significant amount of boxing fans feel that Terence Crawford is the best boxer in the world pound-for-pound. I, for one, have Lomachenko at number one, but I'm not going to argue if you have Crawford at that top spot. I do think Lomachenko showed a little vulnerability in his last fight against Linares, but Loma only has 12 fights, and like his fight against Salido, I think he learned from that Linares fight and is going to be better for it. But I digress. You could easily place Bud Crawford at that top spot. He is the former WBO lightweight champion, the former undisputed super lightweight champion, and on June 9, Crawford will be attempting to win a world title in his third weight class against the champion Jeff the Hornet Horn. Yes, his nickname is the Hornet. Now, Horn will be entering the ring with a record of 18 wins, no losses, 1 draw, and 12 of those 18 wins come by knockout or stoppage. Now, I had Horn defeating Manny Pacquiao on my scorecard. I know I'm in the minority, but I remember watching the fight, and about halfway through the fight, Atlas showed his scorecard, and I was confused as to what Atlas was watching. My cousin, who I was watching the fight with, agreed, and I even called my dad to ask if he was watching the fight, and he immediately told me that he thought Horn was winning and that he didn't agree with Atlas. Paulie Malignaggi, who is the best expert analysis on TV right now, even had Horn winning. And yeah, you can say Malignaggi is biased against Manny, but Al Bernstein, who is the most unbiased boxing commentator I've ever seen or heard, and Bernstein even said he didn't think it was a robbery. I just thought Horn roughed up Manny Pacquiao. I thought Horn won. I thought Horn won a close, rugged fight. It was similar to what Salido did to Lomachenko years back. So yeah, Horn is the WBO welterweight champion by dethroning future Hall of Famer Manny Pacquiao. And yeah, Pacquiao is way past his better days, but Terence Crawford, on the other hand, is not past his better days, and he's going to win. Crawford can fight both as an orthodox righty or a southpaw, and in his biggest fights, he had the most success as a southpaw. In a way, Crawford reminds me a lot of Pernell Whitaker. Now, he doesn't have Pernell's improvising defense, a fluid head movement, dips and pivots. Crawford doesn't have Pernell's speed, but I do think their stances look very similar, and they both use an educated jab to set up their offensive counters. Also, like Pernell Whitaker, Terence Crawford has a mean streak. If someone gets him upset at the press conference or tags him with a hard, clean shot, he's going to want to retaliate harder, and he will focus on putting some hurt on his opponent. Now, Team Horn has been talking, and going by the replies by Crawford on social media, Bud seems agitated, and I see him wanting to deliver some pain. Southpaw or orthodox, it don't matter. I see Crawford dominating. I see Crawford measuring Horn with his jab, tagging him with a few crosses, left or right, depending on Crawford's stance, and just picking Horn apart more and more as each round passes. Now, Horn isn't a bad fighter. He's pretty good. I see him trying to work his way in with the jab to land shots. I see him trying to punch during clinches and trying to rough up Crawford, but it's just not going to work. And also, there are reports that Horn suffered a cut in sparring, so that is definitely not going to bode well for him. So I see Crawford stopping Horn inside of 5 or 6 rounds. It's going to be one-sided, and Crawford will be the new WBO welterweight champion. And you can see it live on ESPN Plus, which is ESPN's new streaming service. So, all right, my people, go ahead and leave a comment, share, like the video. And until next time, goodbye and adios.
She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man. Yeah, but I was down and out like last week. Tell me, where have you been?